Kodiak Baptist Mission has never been just a place. It's a people, a movement of faithful believers across the country who decades ago planted a ministry on this island at the edge of nowhere. It began as an orphanage, grew to serve the Kodiak community, and today is continuing as an outpost of the kingdom of God, a place where people come away, find renewal, and leave transformed. Since 1893, Kodiak Baptist Mission has walked faithfully into each new season. We have shifted, adapted, and grown, always with one goal: to share the salvation message of Jesus Christ with as many people as possible. What began as an orphanage became a refuge for troubled youth, later a daycare serving children from preschool through 12 years, and today our focus is on the family, bringing renewal and Christian life first into the home and then outward into the community. Today, KBM challenges people to take mission work home with them. We believe the most effective mission field is right where you live, your own community, where you are already rooted and equipped to make a difference. That looks a little different depending on the relationships, but sharing a meal, raising children, and being good neighbors. And it all begins at home, around the dining room table, in the conversations you have with your children, in the prayers whispered before bed, and in the lessons learned through shared chores, meals, and laughter. Our goal is to encourage parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles to have the courage, motivation, and training to live this way. That's where KBM comes in. Locally, we walk alongside families here in Kodiak, but we also welcome families, mission teams, small groups, and individuals from across the country. KBM serves as a training ground for mission work, a place to serve, to learn, to grow, and to go. What makes this opportunity so valuable is the deep roots we've had in this community for more than 130 years. Our missionary staff raise their families here, leading by example and showing that ministry can be done at the home level, and that children, too, can be active participants in mission work. The ministry we are doing today at KBM draws on the strengths of the people God has called into service, and as we serve, we practice what we preach, using the unique land God has given us, the talents of the people He has brought, and the truth of His Word as our guide. Often ministry here doesn't look like traditional ministry. It's long game work, and that's where we seek to instill in others so they can take it with them wherever they go. Over the years, we've seen God take ordinary skills and use them for extraordinary purposes. A blacksmith's hammer becomes a way to talk about how God shapes our lives. A farmer's chores become lessons in stewardship and responsibility. A bike camp becomes a place for kids to discover courage and confidence. This is the beauty of mission work. It stretches and reaches beyond the church, carrying the gospel into barns, trails, beaches, and even blacksmith shops. God has given us more space and opportunity than we could ever use alone on our Kodiak campus and across the water at Camp Woody. So we open our doors. Other groups live out their mission here too. Together, we model what it looks like when Christians step forward and say, "Here I am, Lord, use me." Today, we partner with a special needs ministry, a counseling office, a preschool, an art studio, a farm, the farmers market, the Kodiak Christian Retreat Center, and more. We want our campus to be full of people and full of life because that creates opportunity to extend an invitation. One of those invitations is to our Sunday morning outreach service. This is not a church service, it's a mission outreach service where we strip away all the extras and focus on what matters most. A simple, biblically based message and an invitation to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and follow in believers' baptism. So, what is KBM actively doing? First, KBM is a training ground for mission work. Our campus is a safe place to exercise mission muscles, to beta test ideas, try new outreach, and ask, how can God use my talents for His glory? This happens through short-term mission teams who lead camps and classes in areas they know best. We team with people who bring their gifts to Kodiak, giving them opportunities to use them for the kingdom. This past year, a nationally known tomahawk thrower put on an event during the farmers market. A longtime volunteer had the vision for a cyclocross race, and we helped make it a reality. Second, we walk with our long-term missionaries. Our homeschool co-op is now in its second year, where students learn history, Bible, and physical education, while also growing in a mission-minded lifestyle. We have a farm that began as a dream of a young missionary who wanted to reach people in an unconventional way, and today it's one of our strongest outreach tools. Third, KBM is a place of rest and renewal. Mission work stretches us, but here families and groups can step away and be refreshed and return home stronger. And in doing so, they also help sustain the ministry financially. Fourth, KBM is a creative community backdrop. Our farmers market, ice cream shop, and community events bring people together on equal ground without judgment. What they encounter here is the love of Christ in a natural, relational way. And by experiencing it here, families and groups often return home inspired to create Christ-centered community in their own towns. And finally, KBM invests in people. Our mission is to help people grow so that they can one day go. We are deeply thankful for our partners in ministry. Some will never travel to Kodiak, but give faithfully to keep this mission going. We trust that God will provide for our needs, and again, He does, through the faithful commitment of people who give, pray, and serve. Your support keeps KBM going. It fuels transformation. It equips families to make their homes mission outposts. It helps churches become more mission-focused. It prepares young leaders to plant and serve in their communities. And support doesn't only mean finances. Maybe your family wants to come and learn. Maybe your church wants to take on a mission project. Maybe you have an idea and you'd like to test it out here. Together, we can keep this training ground alive and growing. Kodiak Baptist Mission is not just a place. It is a movement of faith, grit, and creativity at the edge of nowhere, working to spread the gospel into our communities and beyond. And we invite you to be part of it through your prayers, your presence, and your support, so that together the church, the home, and the mission can continue to share the gospel in ways that change lives for eternity.